Hi, for this CCR, I will be talking about how I integrated different types of technology while creating Alani Nu commercials, from the very first stage of planning to the final edit. Even though I didn't use professional equipment like a tripod or a ring light, I still relied on a variety of digital tools and techniques to make my project look polished and realistic. When I first started planning, I used online tools like Pinterest and Canva to organize my ideas. On Pinterest, I created a mood board with pictures of Alani Nu cans, color palettes, and real lifestyle photos that matched the brand's aesthetic. That helped me figure out what kind of look and tone I wanted for my ads, something bright, clean, and modern. Then I used Canva to create a small digital storyboard where I placed each scene idea and wrote what I wanted to show in that part. I also used Google Docs for organizing my plan. I wrote out my shot list, my narration, and my notes about camera angles. Having everything in one document made filming easier because I could choose off each scene as I finished recording. When it came time to film, I actually used my iPhone camera instead of a DSLR or professional camera. That made the process faster and more flexible. I learned how to hold my phone as steady as possible and use nearby objects like books, boxes, or a cart or a chair to balance my shot. It took some practice to frame things correctly, but using the iPhone's focus and exposure tools helped me get brighter, clear footage. Lighting was really important for this project since Alani Nu's real ads use soft, natural colors because it doesn't use a ring light. I filmed near a courtyard and paid attention to the time of the day to get a good lighting. Afternoon lighting worked best because it was soft and even. I tested different spots around the school and classrooms until I felt the right balance where the product looked vibrant without shadows. During editing, I used CapCut and Canva to put everything together. I imported all my clips, trimmed out mistakes, and arranged them in order so the story flowed more smoothly. I used slow pacing at the beginning when Antonella is tired and overwhelmed, and then slightly faster transitions when she drank Alani Nu and her energy improved. Editing helped me control the shift in mood clearly. The color correction was another important part of technology in my process. I used filters and adjustment tools in the editing software to make sure all clips matched the pastel color scheme of the brand. I didn't want anything to look dull or inconsistent, so I paid close attention to brightness and saturation until everything looked cohesive. I also designed the on-screen text using Canva. That's where I made the Alani Nu logo placement and clean text that appears next to the product. After exporting those graphics, I layered them on top of my video in Premiere Pro so that they lined up perfectly with the timing of each shot. I gave them the final video a more professional look, even though I was working with basic tools. Another piece of technology that helped me a lot was my phone's camera roll and editing features. I used them to quickly test shots, see how they looked in different lighting, and decided what to refilm. That kind of experiment taught me how much technology supports creative decision making. Overall, I learned that you don't need the most expensive equipment to create a professional looking project. What matters most is how you use the technology you have, understanding your camera settings, learning editing tools, and making creative choices that fit the message of your ad.